is BG, and we're doing a sort of a combination tiny little stash ad, shop card shout out, and then of course we're going to show you an update on the Jimmy build. That's going in directions I've never considered actually building a model car in, so it's very exciting. I get goosebumps every time I think about the build. So hopefully you like what we're doing with it. But first off, we're going to say thank you to Mr. Dylan over at NYS Modeling because he has sent us his newest shop card. Beautiful little build there. His channel is growing by leaps and bounds. He's a very talented young man. So if you're interested in what he's doing, go check out his channel. Of course, we will have a link down below. And now we're going to get on to the stash ads. All right, so at the Model Car Mafia meeting Saturday night, we picked up this guy here. This is the, of course, AMT C1500 Sport Side. I love this kit because I actually had a 1989 Chevy pickup. I know you guys are like, oh, not this again. Yes, we know all about your pickup truck. But hey, I love that truck. I love it as much as you guys out there. So I want to share that with you. We went through the whole kit. Pop the lid there. Went through the whole kit. I usually go through with a Sharpie and mark off on the instructions. I didn't bother to print off a second, photocopy a second set. I just went ahead and marked up the instructions here. Turns out everything is in the kit except for one piece, which isn't that big of a deal, and that's the intake manifold. The stock intake manifold, it has the custom one. Not a problem. Everything is off the trees, and I don't know whoever the previous owner was of this was. I have no idea how the hell they got the spare tire inside one of the street tires. I don't know how they did that. That is amazing. I'm gonna have to maybe warm that up and see if I can get that out of there. But everything else is in the kit, but no parts on trees. So you can see the little blue tick marks and everything. That means it's been counted and accounted for. So there we go. A lot of the chrome parts were still on the trees, and the transparent pieces are in great shape, so that's good. But 20 bucks, I thought that was quite the deal. Our friend Mike was selling that one there, so there's that. And then this guy here, we did a trade with our buddy Bob. I had the Johan, it was the yellow one. It was the yellow box art, and it was more like a promo kit. I think it's screwed together, actually. It was more of a snap together kit. He wanted that kit. He had this Torino Oval Track Racer, which he wasn't interested in, so we just did a straight swap, and he brought the model last week. Oh, first of all, look at this. I love this chassis. I really want to paint this up to look just like that. I was telling Louis about that from the Autistic Modeler, and he was laughing. He goes, I dare you to do that. So so there we go. I mean, this has got every color in the box of crayons going on there. But yeah, this kit, I haven't gone through this one yet. I haven't been able to sit down. I will photocopy these instructions and make a separate set so I can mark them up. But transparent pieces look like they're in decent shape. That's really, really good. It has these chrome wheels, as Mr. Batson says. It has not many of them. These look like they might be AMT. I'm not sure, but I think it's only got 3 of those. It does have what looks like the original halvesies tires, and so we got that. Body is in really cool shape, and it's kind of interesting how the hood is just a slightly different shade of plastic than the rest of the car body. I don't know if that's an age patina thing going on there, but it's obvious that this is a little bit different because it does have the hood pins on there. Some parts are off the trees. So here's the Holman Moody style wheels and a bunch of stuff in there. The chrome tree is very brief, but this chrome is very interesting. It almost reminds me of Silvino JR chrome. So kind of interesting. Headlight blanks. Look at that grill. That is really awesome. And yeah, carburetor. Actually, looks like the carb's in 2 pieces. That's sweet. That's kind of cool. And then a shifter, possibly a Hurst. But yeah, that's looking great. And then got like this tiny little brick of plastic here. That's actually caught up in there. Come on out. There we go. Box is just a teensy bit too small. Got the driver's seat. Really nicely molded engine block, transmission heads, fuel cell, some roll bar bits, and then there's the intake manifold for that kit. So that's cool. It has that one. And then wheel backs and wheel fronts, and then I don't know, more wheel insert stuff. have to study the instructions. Looks like a really flashy, that's a that's a really flashy fan right there. And yeah, so it's got a lot of cool bits in here. A lot of very different than the other kit that we traded away. And then more of the roll cage, net, bulkheads, and some suspension bits. So that's pretty nice. Nice looking differential there, or rear axle, I should say. So yeah, that's really cool. And the decal paper is actually pretty decent. Look at that. Nice, right? So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, we got that in the trade with Bob. Okay, we're going to get onto the Jimmy update there. All right, now on to the cut to grass. We got the Jimmy build here. No transparent pieces in it as of right now. We just did this basic mock-up so we could take it to the meeting on Saturday and show it to our friends and see what their responses were, and got some really good feedback. So that feels awesome. That feels great. Now, white, everything is white glued to heck. So, except for that's not white glued. I even have the shifter white glued in there because it's got a big hole in the floor for the shifter, so we just have that sort of like taking up residence there right now. We did strip the chrome off the shifter and the front and rear bumpers. I want to do those in a nice flat white color. We are working our best to try and get the roof to unwarp. And I guess maybe I should be like Star Trek and talk about how we're going to drop the roof out of warp. We're going to drop it out of warp and see if we can get that to fit better. I've never really had much success with unwarping something, so I really want to try it out. And this is the perfect experimental process for us because, again, we can have this with no roof on it and be just as happy. So we have some diamond plate here. Oh, 1 second. We had a commenter ask about what diamond plate we're using. This stuff here is an HO scale diamond plate, and it seems like it's far more accurate scale-wise than some of the stuff that's out there right now that's in 125th scale. This is HO scale, so it's like 187th, I think it is. But this here says HO scale 1/100th diamond plate. 2 pieces, comes 2 pieces. This is from Plastruct. And I think I got this from the Amazon, but I got this several years ago. Whether or not it's still on Amazon, I don't know. But yeah, that's not a store code. That's something else. So yeah, I got this from Amazon. And how to use finished Plastruct pattern sheets. That's kind of fun there. Plastruct has all kinds of plastic sheets like shiplap and all sorts of stuff for doing buildings. Corrugated roof material, and then even stuff that has like cobblestone or brick. So if you're building a shop or something like that, this is the stuff to use. So there's that. I wanted to mention that real quick there. But we sprayed this with TS30. This is their silver color. To me, a silver color, and it is beautiful. I love how that looks. It doesn't make the floppy sound. It's not a big enough piece, but it's like, oh, this should make a big floppy sound, right? But yeah, this is very beautiful. And I just like how it looks. So that's going to be a nice contrast to what this patina here is. So there we go. Now, the body, we're going to gently lift that off the frame, and we're going to set the frame a little bit to the side. There we go. The wonky wheel, it got kind of bumped up. And let's see, so our drawer in the back there, it's coming together really well. Our tailgate, we've already started weathering this. We did the chipping fluid on there, plus a little bit of light sanding. We put down gray primer. We went over that with TS33 dull red, which is a very good oxide primer approximation. And then we went over it with several light layers of Tamiya color. Just 1 second. We used this stuff here. This is XF89 dark green number 2, and we just did a straight spray on this guy here, and then we came back and we added to our eye, we added neutral gray, and we just kept adding neutral gray till this lightened the tone, and then we went back and did another pass all the way around, and then we went back to the airbrush and added more neutral gray to the green. Did another pass, but did it higher up on the body until we got just a very pale pass right down the center of the hood and the center of the body there. So to give it the best type of weathered green look there. So right off the bat, we have, oh, got a smudge there. So right off the bat, we have a paint fade going on, which seems like it's working out pretty well. I really like how it looks. And then on the hood, we had chipping fluid around the edges and stuff. I did use a little bit too aggressive of a sandpaper by accident, and then gouged my my seam a little bit there. But that's fine. We can come back and touch that. But this, I freaking love this. This is exactly what we wanted right here. So that's what we're going to do with the rest of the truck. It'll be a bit sunburned along the top edge here, up on the window frame, and then along the cowl, and then everything will sort of just sort of fade out, so to speak. And then we do have a little bit of chipping fluid around the fender wells, so that will help chip up a bit. And we did do a satin color, a satin clear on the front grille. That's just white glued in place right now for the meeting. I still have to do some cleanup on it, but I did a satin look on there because I really like how that kind of looks, sort of like a dusty chrome color there. And interior wise, we will be going with, let's see here, I think we'll do red brown number 2. Everything on this truck is number 2. So we're going to do a red brown number 2 interior on the floor and the seats and the console. Of course, since the floor still not 100%, it might still be a metal floor. I'm not 100% sure yet. But the seats will be this color along with the center console. The dash, that's white glued in place also, so we'll pop that out and then detail that up as we need to. I like where the shifter's at. I think we'll just go ahead and go with the kit shifter, but make it look better. And then we do have the diamond plate bulkhead here. I went ahead and painted a body color. I figured that would be the best way to go with that. And then on the back side here, let's go around the back side. That tailgate's fitting on there pretty well, especially for this kit. This particular version hasn't been very kind. These are very ugly right here, these seams, but we will figure out a way to dress them. If I don't use the roof, I might just cut very thin strips of the diamond plate and lay them across the top there to seal that all up. That's kind of the plan. Of course, we glued this with white glue. White glue takes a long time to cure, dry, whatever you want to call it. And stuff migrated just a little bit, so that was a little bit of a problem. But we have magnets in here for the back, so it will stay shut, sort of. It tries real hard. So we got that set it out. And of course, this is where I got attacked. I have to come back and fix that there. And we did have a little bit of an issue with the drawer face here. I didn't cut the bottom of this quite right. So it hangs down just a little bit too low. So it actually interferes with the tailgate top. So as I move this out, it kind of like causes it to torque a little bit. So we still got to paint up the drawer. But that's gonna look awesome. Let's put the diamond plate back on there again. Don't know if that's the right orientation for it, but that's gonna be awesome. And this, of course, will get painted to match that. And then we did a shout out for Freddie over H-Town Hobbies, talking about how this was inspired by his build. And he actually reached out to us and said, thank you for the shout out. And we chatted a little bit. So that was really cool to make that connection with him again. And then our chassis, we went ahead. This is actually glued in place now. The fuel tank and the rear suspension is all in its final place. And we did the airbags, did those rubber black, and then we did titanium gold on the tops of the airbags. I thought that would be a nice contrast between the TS42 gunmetal and the and you know, just everything else. So yeah, it's really, we have this super glued now, so that's its permanent position. We do have these glued in place now. That's their permanent position. I have a wonky wheel because I have inserts inside the wheels because the axle nubs are a little too small. So I put a piece of styrene tubing over those to flare them out. And this the adhesive starting to come off. I'm just going to pull it off before it falls. We do have our first pass of flat black on our Vector wheels, and I need to do a little bit better job, but I was in a hurry. I wanted to go to the meeting. So we're going to do another pass of gloss black on these guys and then come back with something to do all the machine surfaces that would be on here. I've looked up several photos of vector wheels. God, I always love these. I think that's one of the reasons why I dug the General Lee so much, was I loved the wheels that were on it. So there's that. Unfortunately, we are having a bit of a head scratch going on with what we're going to do with our engine. I wanted to do the 572 big block from Iceman, but this distance here is very, very narrow. I'm almost of a mind I might put an inline six in there and just be like, yeah, that's cool, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're this is sagging too. I had to actually put a tube on here and then make it a little bit longer so that we had a wider rear stance than we had originally with the way the chassis is designed. So there we go. And of course, that's where I held it when I was painting it. But it's pretty. And then I did do a light weathering wash over the differential and rear suspension to just bring out some of the detail on that as much as we could. But yeah, once we get those wheels in their final color, and then I'm almost thinking about doing them a super dark gray rather than black, but we'll see. But yeah, everything's going really, really well on this truck, and hopefully we can get this guy across the finish line here not too soon, not too far off. But there we go. All right, y'all, take it easy. Thank you for sticking around this long. If you did, of course, that means it's cookie time. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm in a nutter butter mood today, so we'll see how it goes. Y'all take it easy. We'll talk to you a little bit later on, and do keep in mind, kindness always comes back to us. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.